In this video, we're looking at how to export NC data from SOLIDWORKS Weldments assemblies. Does the DSTV Assistant work with weldments? Is actually one of the questions we get asked most often, and the short answer is yes, absolutely. And the same goes for other formats like STEP and similar file types. So let's jump right in. This is our demo SOLIDWORKS Weldments structure, and we're currently at part level. So the first thing we need to do is switch over to the assembly. Now that we've added the part to the assembly, we're ready to go. And this is certainly the quickest way to prepare for the export, even if it's not necessarily the smartest. We'll see why in just a moment. We click Start DSTV Assistant. Confirm. And just like that, we can already see all the identified profiles listed here. If any profiles hadn't been recognized, they would show up in this overview as well, so it's easy to spot any issues straight away. We simply click Export All. Assign an order number, check that the file path is correct, and confirm with a click on the green checkmark. Once the icons up here are colored again, the export is done, and as you can see it doesn't take long at all. Let's take a look at the output. Here's the folder with all the NC files, 12 files in total, one for each profile. Now, if you're wondering why there are so many files when some of the parts in the assembly should technically be identical, that's a very good observation. And that's exactly why I called this approach not necessarily the smartest a moment ago. SOLIDWORKS Weldments creates multi-body parts, and unfortunately, identical part recognition doesn't work with those. Now, to be fair, if speed is the priority, the approach we just saw isn't wrong at all. It produces perfectly valid DSTV NC files. There are just more of them than necessary. Let's head back to SOLIDWORKS. Same starting point as before. To convert the multi-body part into individual parts, we go to Insert, Features, Save Bodies. We select Part in the dialog and confirm. And since we want an assembly, we confirm that as well. We can now see all the bodies listed individually. What we need to do next is select each body that we want to save as a separate part. Any warnings about file naming we can simply confirm. I've skipped through a few of those steps to keep things moving in the video. Once everything is selected, we choose the path where we want to save the assembly, because at the same time, we're also creating a brand new assembly right here. We save and then confirm with a click on the green checkmark. This takes a moment, which I've also sped up slightly for the video. Here we select Rebuild and Save, and we can then open our new assembly, this time without any multi-body parts. And in the feature tree, we can now clearly see all the individual parts listed separately. We switch back to the DSTV Assistant tab, and this time select Quickstart for assembly. The difference compared to Start DSTV Assistant is that this option immediately begins analyzing all parts in the assembly. No manual selection required. We get the familiar notification about the identified profiles, and we can see that the rectangular sections with and without drill holes are all recognized correctly. Looks good. We start the export by right-clicking and selecting Export All, give it a name, choose between NC or NC1 format, and any other options we need, and confirm with the green checkmark. Let's look at the results. You'll notice straight away that we have significantly fewer files this time. And if we open one of the NC files, we can see that, for example, a quantity of 2 has been written in for the parts that appear twice in the assembly. Exactly what we were hoping for. Let's pull up a couple of these in the viewer. Here's a straightforward profile with no additional features. And here's another one, with drill holes and miter cuts. So now you know just how easy it is to export DSTV NC data from SOLIDWORKS Weldments structures directly from SOLIDWORKS, using the DSTV Assistant. If you'd like to see how effortlessly you can plan and design steel structures using solid steel parametric, go ahead and check out the suggested video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.